Welcome back, guys, to Grandia 2. Last episode, our journey through the St. Heim Mountains continued onwards to reach the other side. With the Papal State and the Pope awaiting, we arrived at the city and started our exploration, as we soon meet the head of the Church of Granas. So I wonder what's going to happen here. That propels the story to other places when you think about it. Ain't that a question? I wish to thank you all for everything you have done for me. Hey, you did your fair share too. It has been quite a pleasure, quite an adventure as well. Much remains to be done with all. The wise man still tends to the fire, though it burns brightly. Thank you so much. I just do not know how to thank you enough, my friends. It's my job, don't mention it. Don't say that, Ryudo. Excuse me. Hello? Excuse you. Miss Elena, come to the cathedral right now. His Holiness Zera is overjoyed by the news of your arrival. Right now? In the middle of dinner? I am not yet ready. Can this not wait? We shall bring your things later. His Holiness Zera is looking forward to having a dinner with you. Please do not make him wait. No, I must not do that. Everyone? Ryudo? Don't spoil the moment, kid. By now you know what to do. Good luck. Miss Elena, please take care. Your kindness is indeed a rare treasure, Elena. Thank you all for everything you have done. I will not forget you. Miss Elena, she's gone. She is, and now we turn to other matters. Well, our job here is finished. Yeah, the job's done, but I'm feeling a little sad about the whole thing. Go figure. I can see it. The day of darkness is near. Valmar's moon, too. Its vile shadow is growing ever stronger. Valmar is certainly attempting to revive. You must understand this. Listen, Elena. Your mission is important, not just for you, but for the world. The darkness must be resealed in. Doing this will require all your effort. The power of Lord Granas and the divine sword, the Granas saber. You must find it, no matter what. Fail and the world is doomed. I understand. You must succeed in order to remove the darkness within you as well. You must prevail. I understand. I will not let you down. Never been one for goodbyes or hellos. Can't help but feel a bit sad when someone like her leaves. Yes, with Miss Elena with us, we would be able to see the inside of the cathedral. I presume it interests you. Yes, Miss Elena often spoke of the confrontation between light and darkness, but I don't quite understand at all. Light, darkness, Granas, Valmar, can't tell them apart. As well, I am not versed in matters of religion. So we might just find out something there. Mr. Ryudo, I presume. What is this? I'm busy. Didn't your church drill some manners into you, or did it just drill through your head? I apologize for my rudeness, Ryudo. The Pope has called for you. Please come to the cathedral right away. Look, I realize word of my amazing singing voice has spread everywhere, but I'm not interested. His Holiness Zera has a special request. Please bring your companions also. I beg my leave. The Pope has a special request. Sounds like the first line of a really bad joke. What kind of person is His Holiness Zera? I understand he is said to be the sage who will save the world. Which isn't nearly as impressive as the sage who will save his breath. This better be quick. In some respects, I'm kind of like never change, but... but he's gotta. I know what we'll have for our family breakfast. Some homemade bread coated with lots of squeak barb. Oh my god. Rat sheep milk butter. Mmm. Squeak bar butter. Probably can hardly start a day without eating some of it. I better start making it. Your whole family gathers for breakfast. Well, I'm quite envious of you. Too bad Elena is not with us. We need to get to the cathedral now. I wonder what happened to Elena. Okay, here's what we've been waiting for. Homemade squeak bar butter rolls. I better start making them quickly. The St. Heim Bakery. Every day we go to the Granas Cathedral to partake of some bread and wine. Afterwards, we go share our bread with poor unemployed people, such as those men over there. Why, that's so very generous of you. I better keep this nice guy act up so that no one yells at me. What do you expect, Ryudo? Listen, we have to get to the cathedral if we had to meet Elena. Okay, look, I'm going to go straight to the cathedral because everyone's going to bark at me if I talk to people by the look of it. I get it. Where's the cathedral? That way. Oh my god, it's a massive town. Who'd have guessed? We'll talk to you guys after we've got Elena back. I'm impressed. Yeah, okay, they built that up pretty high. Very ostentatious. Quite remarkable in its proportions. The force of its architect twists and wind almost palpably throughout the sculpted stone. How beautiful. It must have taken forever to build. You must be Mr. Ryudo. His Holiness awaits in the audience chamber. Stop gawking. Move it. Welcome to Granas Cathedral. This is the main cathedral of the Granas Church. Wow, it sure is huge. Beautiful too. I think you mean huge and pretentious. Please go on in. Yeah. I also feel that way. Oh no. Oh no. I wonder if I did okay. I think I did well enough. Oh well, I guess I'll have to wait for the results. Oh, Lord Granas. Hey, what are you so fidgety about? I just took my qualification exam for a higher position in the priesthood. I'm worried about whether I'll be accepted. Priests have to take exams to get promoted? Ah, go figure. For such a religious bunch, you sure have some malicious rules. If I pass the exam, I'll become one of the high priests. Oh, Lord Granas, please help me get accepted. If I become a high priest, I'll be one step closer to Lord Granas' truth. Wait a second, this reminds me of something. Also, I'll be better able to spread the Lord's teachings. What happens if you do that? Spread his teachings. Then I'd be closer to the light, and I can stop being afraid of the darkness. Oh, if I pass, I can go back to my village and spread the teachings. Lord Granas, please help me pass. Oh, ridiculous. You have to pass a test just to spread the teachings? Sounds like a worthless existence to me. Alright, let's just cruise over here. Man, those cathedral knights are really overdoing it. I don't like them. Well, I didn't know anyone around here felt that way. Hey, I'm not saying their methods are wrong. The cathedral knights are just overzealous. Couldn't agree more. Finally, someone I can talk to. Zielo will only reduce the number of followers for Lord Granas. We're trying to increase that number. Huh? I mean, if extraordinary events like those recent ones are repeated, we'll just keep losing more and more followers, right? Listen, I take back what I said. You aren't worth talking to. That's the balcony. High Priestess Celine, leader of the Cathedral Knights, is a sublime and beauteous person. She's also got nerves of steel and can coldly take the lives of others in order to fulfill a religious duty, right? No, you're wrong about her. Celine does everything in service to Lord Granas. She operates with such pure intentions that people tend to misunderstand her. I dream of joining the Cathedral Knights someday and becoming part of the High Priest Celine's Holy Brigade. Ah, what? You fall off the crazy cart this morning? You seriously join up with those lunatics? Yes, I would like to help dispel the misunderstandings about Celine that people like you are having. You say I misunderstand her, but you cringe from the truth. The world has begun to be covered in darkness, but our salvation is the Church of Granas. And, why is that? Only Lord Granas can battle darkness. He is the only being capable of destroying Valmar. If you have so much faith in Granas, then why do all of you fear the day of darkness so much? Me, I'm not afraid, because I know that the day of darkness will not come as long as Lord Granas is with us. Jinx. Ahead lies Granas Cathedral's famous library. You can search the world and never find a library as extensive as this. Please feel free to read the books, but be sure to return to them to their proper places afterward. I want to explore more of this place again, but I feel like I should do that with Elena. Who knows when I might get kicked out of it, though. I want to check out the library. So one side's the balcony, one side's the library. Mr. Ryudo, please go inside. I'm sorry, but your companions must wait outside. Didn't he say my friends could come? He has important things to discuss with you, so... Oh, it is alright. I don't mind. I can wait. Can I at least wait somewhere interesting? Ah, library is most interesting. There you will find many important books about the doctrine of our church. Mr. Ryudo, can I talk to you really quick? Just go there, kid. There might be some interesting information at the library. I will check it out. Clever boy. More clever than other little boys I know. So may I lead you two to the library? Go on, go lead. Well then, Mr. Ryudo, please go in. You two, this way, please. This way. Ryudo, we'll be waiting in the library. Yeah, I'll meet up with you later. On my own again. Service is still in progress. Please be quiet. This way.
Bring to this world light, peace, and harmony.
Your Holiness Zera, please calm our anxious hearts. What can we do to rid the world of the terrifying darkness?
You must bolster your soul. If you leave no chink in the armor of your soul, then the darkness will be forced to leave.
Please save us from Valmar.
You must not falter. We must all not give in to darkness. I cannot save you. You must save yourselves.
Your Holiness Zera, please lend me your ear.
Yes, what should we do?
What will happen to the world?
Quiet! We are here to bring peace to the world. How can one do so in a panic? Everyone, please, calm down.
Yet, Your Highness Zera, the recent rumors of the revival of Valmar are not going away. I have even heard reports that the rumors might be true. Right, High Priestess Celine? At this rate, the day of darkness seems unavoidable.
But we must not strike fear in the hearts of the people we are trying to save. Doing so would surely go against the will of Lord Granas. What do you say, Cardinal Oro?
Oh, when the day of darkness comes, the world will most definitely be destroyed. I don't know what we can do.
Celine, do not misunderstand me. I'm not saying that the action the Cathedral Knights took was wrong. But you went too far. You must not frighten the people away from Lord Granas.
Yes, Your Holiness.
You must all remain on guard, so that darkness cannot take advantage of you. Please, everyone, back to your rooms.
Ah, Mr. Ryudo, please come. Nice speech. Please accept my apologies. I did not mean to make you wait. I'm sorry for having called upon you on such short notice, but my request is not an ordinary one. Please, to the next room. Elena. Okay.
Teaching the Lord Granas will bring people peace and happiness.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, if you have faith in Lord Granas, all paths will be open to you. Please join us in prayer as a believer in Lord Granas.
Oh, sounds tempting, but I think I'll pass this time.
Oh, please don't say that. By all means, join us.
I'd rather not.
Oh, you finally decided you'd like to pray with us, have you?
Nope.
Why, in that case, I will keep praying that you will decide to pray with us.
Seems your prayers have gone unanswered, huh?
Indeed, but I'm still inexperienced. I cannot yet properly convey the importance of praying to Lord Granas.
If you say so, well, you better get back to praying with yourself. Yes.
Since we are devoutly faithful, we cannot be drawn to Valmar. That means the day of darkness will never come.
If you believe in that Pope of yours, that is.
Look, just believe Pope Zera's sermons. They make your heart and soul stronger. You can keep the day of darkness from coming by believing in Pope Zera's sermons. They will make your heart stronger!
Sure, you can believe that all you like. Stop praying with yourself. I'm edgy too. I thank you for what you've done on Elena's behalf, but now I have a special request to make. Before we get to that, tell me, what about Elena? Will she be alright? Ah, you ask if the presence of Valmar can be driven from her. Sadly, I must tell you that is beyond even my power. However, if the sword of Granas can be recovered, there may yet be hope for us all. This is why I've asked you here. Keep talking. I want you to find the divine sword, the Granas saber. The sword which slew the Dark One must be returned to us if the light is to be restored to this world. You still haven't made an actual request, but I get the idea. Yes, Elena has told me much. Enough for me to know that you are the only one capable of contending with the darkness. Naturally, this request must appear absurd to you. However, as your reward, we shall give you whatsoever you request. Like, wait, what? Elena? It's a bit of a confidence, Thanks for having the confidence in me and all. But why do you think I'm the only one who can deal with it? Suddenly this conversation has become more interesting. However, when you depart, I wish for Elena to accompany you. Why bring her along? You sure you don't want to cast a few wars against Valmar instead? Unfortunately, we can do nothing more for Elena now. We would be unable to protect her from Valmar even if she were to remain here. She will be safer with you, Mr. Ryudo. Right, your request is absurd. The pieces of Valmar struggle for dominance, each attempting to devour the others in order that the darkness will be restored. According to prophecy, once the pieces unite, the day of darkness will come upon us and all mankind will be destroyed. So what do? Sharpen a pointy stick? Lord Granas is yet to recover from battle, thus our world heads toward darkness, lacking the guiding hand of light. Were we to possess the Granas saber, we would at least be able to bring back some of the light of Lord Granas. Then can Elena be saved and our world protected from the advent of the day of darkness? Any idea what this sword might be? Unfortunately, our holy book says only that it rests with the Legion of Darkness. I'm sorry, that's not vague enough for me. Could you be a little less specific? I need some time to think it over. I'll wait until tomorrow for your answer. I prepared rooms for you, so please stay here tonight. But I see that I've tired you. Rest and return tomorrow, but please consider my offer. I hope you will accept it. Elena, are you alright? Has, something happened?
Oh, do not worry about me. I just want you to think long and hard about Pope Zielo's request. Please consider Pope Zielo's request. Please, Ryudo.
Even amongst the followers of Granas, there is less and less solidarity. Perhaps my abilities are lacking. To save the world, we must ask your help to find the divine sword set to rest with the Legion of Darkness. I can't give you an answer immediately. I must think it over first.
Oh, I just want to play on his piano, man. You've got like an organ here. This is not fair. Not allowed to play on his organ. I think that should be part of the deal. Elena, what's with you? Ryudo, do as he asks. Please. Not for me, but for everyone. The world. Okay. I'm not allowed back in. We basically have to search for a holy sword, yeah.
What could His Holiness be thinking of at this rate? Cardinal Oro. Ryudo, I believe was your name. Just what did His Holiness Zera tell you?
Huh? He asked me to find some divine sword.
I see. I question His Holiness's selection of his emissaries. A task this great surely requires someone with more experience.
Careful with your words, aren't you, old man? I'd be as careful with my judgment, were I you. Experience I have, patience I don't.
Insolence! Listen well, stripling. It is best you abandon your search, for it is not for a churlish whelp to find the Granas saber.
Tell you what I'll do. I'm gonna ignore you, and then I'm gonna leave. You just stay there. Stay! Stay! Good boy.
Ashes. What could His Holiness Zera be thinking? That fool boy's insolence will be our ruin when the day of darkness comes.
Insouciance?
It's what? Whatever shall we do?
He's wielding words as a weapon. It has me baffled. Since we are devoutly faithful, we cannot be drawn to Valma. That means the day of darkness won't ever come.
If you believe in that Pope of yours, that is.
No, just believe Pope Zera's sermons. They make your heart and soul stronger.
Just believe!
The rumors of the day of darkness are true. How are Cardinal Oro and Pope Zera preparing for it? Whatever. What is so frightening about the day of darkness anyway? Say the day of darkness is when Valmar will be revived and it will all be destroyed. When you think about those things actually occurring, then there is every reason to be afraid. You're scared of something that isn't real. Do you even really understand what the day of darkness is all about? We don't really understand it. If we did, we wouldn't be nearly as afraid. Point taken. However, if you did understand it completely, you'd probably be petrified, right? Yes, probably. That's right. At least I suppose so.
Oh, no extra dialogue there.
Soon, very soon, perhaps, they say the trees in the mountains will wither and the rivers and streams will dry up. There are rumors about omens of Valmar's revival. Pope and High Priest have not confirmed anything, though. So why don't you just pray to your God if you were so afraid? It seems to be working really well. All right, if we pray to Lord Granas, he'll surely save us. Lord Granas, please save the world! Lord Granas, please save the world! Hey, Granas, this guy's praying his heart out. Hey, is that you just a divine being? Please, please, I beg of you, save us! Save the world! I better just leave this loot alone. Yes, I agree. Hey! I think if he were up there, he'd understand, you know? Like, that's how people get the attention of other people.
Our world has been cursed.
What are you talking about? Sure you're aware of the strange events that have been occurring to our world. They are signs that our world has been cursed.
Okay.
Well, who laid this curse then? Valmar, of course. I pray day and night that we will be able to fight this curse. Well, in that case, the curse should be lifted soon, eh? Keep up the good work, prayer boy. He does not have a bit of giving him, does he? Teachings of Lord Granas will bring people peace and happiness. No, is that right? Yes, you have faith in Lord Granas, all paths will be open to you. Please join us in prayer as a believer in Lord Granas. Oh, sounds tempting, but I think I'll pass this time. No, it's the lady who wants me to join. No, go away. Oh, Mr. Ryudo, amazing. So Pope Zera himself has asked you to go find the divine sword. I'm sure you'll find it, right? I haven't decided whether or not I'll take the job yet. What are you saying? If you don't do it, we'll have to use somebody else. Oh dear. Use? Oh my, if Mr. Ryudo doesn't accept this request, who else can we ask? The cathedral knights can't be moved, and... There you go. Why don't they get those steely nerved knights to recover this sword? They can't, really. The knights are meant to protect this cathedral and to purge Valmar. They can't be used for other purposes. Oh my, what in the world can we do? Why? Not going to tell me. You're the man who's going to search for the divine sword, aren't you? Well, I haven't quite made up my mind yet.
Oh, but you must find the divine sword for the entire world's sake. You don't discriminate against me because I'm a G-hound, do you? Pope Zera had decided upon you, then you must be a fine man. There's no reason to discriminate. Except Pope Zera, eh? That still bothers me. Remember this, though, if I take on a job, it will get done. Oh, thank you. Lately, everyone has given up saying there's no one who could find the divine sword. As Cardinal Laura said, we shouldn't leave it all up to a man like that Geohound, but I understand that Pope Zera has said. Which opinion should I support? Since you mentioned a man like that Geohound, I'd like to know what your own opinion is. Currently, my own opinion is that I'm not sure which opinion to support. Which one should I support? You're obviously torn by indecision. Take your time and figure it over. For the love of creatures big and small, have you not figured it out yet? This is an important issue. Decisions must not be made in haste. At this rate, it'll take forever for you to answer. Says the guy who's making a decision and not answering straight away. Where's the bedroom? 3 doors rather large. I can provide you with directions so you not get lost. Where would I like to go? To our room. Go up the stairs to your left and you'll find 2 rooms. The first room is yours. Up the stairs to the left. First room. Got it. Thanks. Okay. Second room's the library. What's on the balcony then? I mean... define balcony. I thought balcony has to be somewhat like open air as an extension to the building offwards. Like an area external to the walls of the building. It might be external to the natural walls. It might be like a built extension. It doesn't look like a balcony to me, but I might not know the exact definition of said balcony. Books. Can I read any? Holy Book of Granas, Book 1. It's story time with Ryudo. Know ye that long before the present age, man dwelled amidst the light, and that light was love, and man called the light Granas. The earth was filled with exceeding bounty, honey and milk issued from its secret fonts. What? Then darkness also issued its seed. The souls of men were as vessels for the bane of light, and man called the darkness Valmar, the tempter, devourer of souls. And there were those who named the darkness God, and gloated in desire and lust, hence blotting the light from their eyes. And they were not satisfied that the light should anoint the earth, so that those who sided with light moved to oppose them. Their war was a fire consuming the earth, and the skies hung thick with fat and bone. This man called the battle of good and evil. Book 2. Misery joined in equal room for 6 days and 7 nights, and on the 7th day darkness and light sought a reckoning. The hand of light gripped its blade, great and terrible, and the cloak of darkness was as its shield. Thus were they armed for war. True struck the blade of light, and the darkness was cleaved and was not. Then did the blade pierce even the earth. Seas boiled and were scabrous. Along the land wept. Even so was the earth riven, and its wounded man named the Granas Cliffs. Then did the light move to seal those parts of darkness that yet remained, for in its fall it did not remain whole. Those who had named the darkness God were in like fashion named the people of darkness, and they did hide their faces from heaven. Content in its work, the light blessed the earth, and all was made well. And then wounded, the light fell in a heavy slumber. Light will burn in our hearts and will not expire, this men swore, for the God of light shall return to claim the earth. And the sword of light, called the divine sword, came to rest with the legion of darkness in remembrance of their betrayal. And there was peace. Holy Book of Granas, Book 3. Yet after this a new moon was hung in the heavens, its face gazing balefully downward upon the earth. It was an ill omen, swollen heavy with foreboding and dread, and it was said that darkness yet had power. And again the souls of men were sifted and tried by the darkness as it sought to bring about the day of its return. This man called the day of darkness, for the light will depart, and the dead shall rise to the throne of judgment. Know ye that this is the last judgment, when all will be weighed and found lacking, and all brought to ruin. The works of man will be brought low, the darkness will set at naught all man's labours in preparation for its terrible rebirth. Know, my brethren, that Valmar is yet at the door. Gird yourself with light, for our purpose is one. This must not come to pass. This script is unfamiliar to me.
Wow, this is really interesting. Oh, Mr. Ryudo, what did he have to say?
You mean when he was actually talking out of his mouth? Nothing that wasn't completely ridiculous.
So we want you to find the divine sword in order to halt the day of darkness.
A dubious undertaking. We walk unguided through shadows.
The only clue is the words the divine sword rests with a legion of darkness.
Do you find anything else about that?
No, not in this place. Anyway, Mr. Ryudo, you ought to read some of these books too. They have lots of details about Valmar and Granas, the battle of good and evil, the day of darkness, and even the divine sword.
Dinner awaits in the other room, and books do not spoil or go cold without use.
I don't know. There's still books for me to read.
Holy Annals of the Ages of the Gods, Chapter 1, The Golden Dawn Age. Neither darkness nor light split the heavens, but suffering pain, the groaning of the earth, the wailing of men, huddled and fearing the storm's wrath, the violence of nature. Living in blindness, tooth and steel gnashing the air, lives spent in desperation. Turning in the gyre, an endless throb of misery and then an uneasy sleep. Life slipping, passing without note, the names of the dead unused, unremembered. Great, now I'm depressed and bored. Maybe it gets better. Chapter 2, Silvery White Light Age. The light descended then, and the chaos was bound. The rivers of blood were damned. Their eyes were open. This the light did. No longer did man war with his brother. This was paradise. The light of peace is Granas, the god whose praises we sing. Yet there were those who hated the light, who turned their eyes from his measureless love. The light fell upon their backs, casting long shadows on the earth. Darkness was birthed. Valmar, apparently.
Yes, these are the holy annals of the ages of the gods. They describe the battle between Granas and Valmar
in an annoyingly roundabout fashion.
The Holy Book of Granas is said to have been based on this text. There is more. Let us keep reading.
Red Twilight Age. Those who followed light warred against those called demons, who likewise named them Gaulers. For 6 days and nights the earth was torn and turned to coals. Then came the 7th day. The light drew its sword, great and terrible. Darkness drew its cloak about its face. And a day and night were fire and lightning, until each had run the other through. The sword of light pierced the earth, raising the boiling sea, sinking the bursting land. Thus did the darkness fall in 7 pieces, sealed by the followers of light. Into the depths of earth, then did a new moon rise. Fear struck those who followed light. Still they await the return of darkness. Still the people of darkness conceal themselves in the earth. Still the divine sword rests with the legion of darkness. Can't read this anymore, it's boring. It's stupid, and it's badly written. What the hell is a Gowler? One who would imprison another. An interesting choice of words to describe those who followed Granas. I don't understand how you can read this stuff, kid.
Well, I have liked reading these books ever since I was little.
Jailer. This is chapter 4, Black Midnight Age. The time of judgment had come. Sins once forgotten return to sink the soul. The day of darkness has come at last. The light is swallowed by growing shadow, and demons boil up from the earth. Those who remain moan in dread with their last breaths. The dead rise from the grave, bringing judgment to the world with brimstone and flame. Now is the time to beg for deliverance. Do not allow darkness in your soul. Darkness is ruin and destruction, and the judgment of the wicked eternal. And there's our day of darkness. It is so. This what everyone's afraid of. Dead people.
Yes.
Look, even if the dead came back somehow, how hard could it be to kill them again? It didn't so well the last time around. If that really did happen, it would be terrible. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.